So again, some more horribleness from Chuck Todd's interview with Bernie Sanders at the town hall earlier this week.
It's not really a town hall. I've been to town halls.
It's not a town hall.
They're mind-blowingly boring.
Well, they did allow some people to ask questions. I guess that's why they call it a town hall. Regular people from the audience. So here, let's listen to some more horribleness from Chuck Todd.
I want to ask you though about you've demonized Wall Street donations.
Yes.
It's almost like he's scolded. Like, do you realize what you've done? You've demonized. What the? Okay, let's go.
It's fair to say you have said anybody that takes them, they're on the wrong side of the fight. Is that a fair distillation?
I don't like the word deep.
You've demonized. Why are you demonizing the thing that's corrupting our whole culture? Why would you demonize the Wall Street cash who completely criminally upended our economy, crashed it while pocketing billions, if not trillions, of dollars themselves in a rigged economy that only favors them? Why would you demonize that? Why would you demonize that?
Why
Chuck
would you
Todd
demonize my company that gives to everybody's? I don't understand.
Why would you?
We give to Hillary. We give to Trump. Why would you demonize our giving money to political committees? I don't get it.
You make it seem like bribery is bad.
You make it seem like bribery is bad. That's what Chuck Todd, the last man in America to understand the corrupting influence of Wall Street money in politics. He's the last guy. You've really come on. Is it really? What did you just say?
You make it seem like bribery is bad.
You make it seem like
How
there's
dare you?
a direct correlation between my parent company, General Electric, giving huge amounts of cash to basically both candidates and not paying a single bit of taxes and getting huge Pentagon contracts all the time. You make it seem like those are related things.
Chuck Todd's parent company, let's just remember, in 2011, majority sold from General Electric to Comcast. Which is how
Comcast is now getting the entire cable industry deregulated.
Which is also how Al Sharpton got his job on MSNBC because he was instrumental in getting the regulations passed so Comcast could buy NBC Universal. Anyway, that's another story. But here is Chuck Todd again, not understanding what's wrong. But he's got some more horrible stuff to say.
Look,
Here's some more evidence of how Chuck Todd doesn't understand that legal bribery is still bribery. And
I mean, Sherrod Brown's a good progressive, is he not?
What?
Is Sherrod Brown a good progressive?
Sherrod Brown's a good friend of mine. Yes.
He's a good progressive? Would you call him that?
Yes.
He's taking Wall Street donations.
Fine. I mean, I'm not.
Chuck Todd again, the last guy in America who doesn't understand the corrupting influence of Wall Street cash in our politics. Sherrod Brown takes it. He's a good liberal, right? He's a good progressive. So I don't understand what you're saying. He's literally arguing. He's not investigating. He's not prodding. He's literally arguing that money in politics is a good thing. It doesn't corrupt people. Sherrod Brown doesn't corrupt him. This is what Chuck Todd is doing. Instead of saying, okay, instead of the jumping off point, now we all know that money in politics is corrupting and it's corrosive, and it's what's led to our situation, why people seem disconnected from their own government, why Donald Trump is on the rise because he's actually speaking to their problems, which is what the corporate politicians haven't been doing, why we have 90% people wanting some kind of gun regulation in America after Sandy Hook, and we didn't get any because our government's, but we all understand how corrupting it. He doesn't say that. He's like, come on. A lot of guys take money and it doesn't bother. Sherrod Brown, he's trying to put Bernie on the spot to call out other Democrats who he knows he's going to need in the general election to get elected to work for him. And so this is like, it's almost insidious what Chuck Todd is doing. Not only is he doing a bad job, he's doing a proactively damaging thing to Bernie Sanders. He's trying to pit him against people he'll need in the general. By the way, in a disingenuous way. Like, Chuck Todd, you really don't know the corrupting influence of frickin' Wall Street money on politicians?
Well, he's questioning Bernie's character to his face, saying, if you really believe that money, Wall Street money, influences politics, you wouldn't be friends with people who take Wall Street money from,
He's the only guy who doesn't. That's why there's nobody else to be friends with, Chuck.
He is, in a subtle way, unfortunately, demonstrating exactly Bernie Sanders' point, which is we all have to take it. That's the problem. The problem is that the system has been rigged in such a way that everybody needs money just in order to stay in office. And that is Bernie Sanders' point, is that
That's a broken system. That even guys like Sherrod Sherrod have to take that freaking corporate money to stay relevant, to win elections. Chuck Todd doesn't say, he's like, man, even good progressives like Sherrod Brown have to take money with these guys. What has happened to our system? That doesn't happen to Chuck. What goes in Chuck's money? Everybody takes money. That's just how the game's played. I don't understand what's wrong with you. We all take money. It's I mean, how else are you supposed to get? How else are you supposed to get along with people? You're supposed to talk about.
I mean, it's the same as saying, like, what is your problem with smoking? We all smoke.
We all smoke.
You're friends with someone who smokes, aren't you? How
What is
dare
your problem
you?
with smoking?
Right.
Well, and the biggest beneficiaries of money in politics are news stations and news shows and television stations.
Yes,
right?
we played the Les Moonves
that's
thing.
Where they spend their money. The money gets spent on television ads.
Television ads. So
that's
Wall
also
Street-
why they benefit from an extended campaign season.
Yes, they want it. So that's why.
Coincidentally, Les Moonves about to sell off CBS News Radio, which is probably the last decent thing that CBS has left.
So what we're all saying is what happens is Wall Street gives billions of dollars to political candidates. Those political candidates take that money and they buy ad time on news channels. News channels make millions, if not billions of dollars. So they have no incentive to try to change the system, nor do they have an incentive to treat fairly a candidate who represents change to that system, who wants to break that system. And this is an example of how corporate journalists sandbag someone who wants to break up their money train. You wonder why people get their news from YouTube.